Hey, everybody, welcome again to the well. I'm so happy to have you here today because it's my birthday, and that's why I wanted to talk with you about, or actually share with you about abundance. Because birthday celebrations are abundant. Even if you don't have many people around, you can feel abundant. It's maybe one of the few days in the year that you truly feel, yeah, abundant. I hope that's the case for you because it is likely that sometimes in your life you haven't had that experience at your birthday, that you actually felt very lonely, that you felt not seen, not heard, and not been cared for. That's why I think abundance, where are so many layers to it, is important to treat specifically on this day. Because I'm coming from a place where I can say that even if you're alone and lonely, you are loved. I've been lucky to be raised in an environment that has given me this feeling that I am loved no matter what. So maybe that's a strong foundation to kind of always feel abundant. And I have to say that I have always felt abundant and abundance in my life, even though I've been living in places with just one chair and one radio, where I've been living for weeks with just maybe one orange or two per day and a piece of bread, where somehow there was scarcity. And still, I say, I've felt abundant one way or another because I was trusting that things would be great again one day. So that's why I think it's nice to say that redefining abundance for you is a first step to really live abundant in an abundant way. So defining abundance as wealth only, which we see in movies, big treasure chests full of coins of gold and silver and jewelry, all this kind of thing. That was what is portrayed as abundance. Well, maybe it is to a certain extent, but it's not very realistic, is it? So if we say, okay, abundance is way more than wealth, where can you see it? Where do you find it? It for sure also very abundant if you are healthy in a healthy body, if you can see, if you can smell, if you can use all your senses. It is definitely abundant if you have nice, connecting, and cared relationships. I mean, there is something so truly wealthy in being uh, capable of sharing joy, sharing your grief, sharing pains in a community that is carrying you because you, after all, are somebody thanks to others, and somebody else is something because of you. And this interaction is something that is of true importance for this abundant feeling. So think about it. What does abundance means to you personally? Is it wealth related? Or can you say, yeah, when I think about it, of course, wealth is um, maybe money, but you can be wealthy, feeling abundant mentally, emotionally, physically. So this holistic approach to what wealth means to you and what abundance means to you is a good first step. So if once you have this change of mindset that says like, okay, abundance is more than just money, it's more than jewelry, it's more than expensive cars and big houses. No, all the materialistic things. It's it's an holistic view on what richness is. Then you can say, okay, hey, yeah, if I get more conscious about it, and you shift this mindset, you also shift kind of your reality because then you start to see all the great things and all the abundant things you have laying around you are carrying within you a pounding heart, strong legs. I mean, those are all things that you can be, and that's actually kind of a third step very grateful for once you live this way, truly, not only knowing it, but really living it. And every day can wake up and say, like, hey, I feel good, I feel strong, I feel healthy. Or maybe if you don't feel healthy and you kind of feel ill and weak, have the power to decide, like, I want to feel abundant. I want to be abundance myself. What can I do today to bring abundance? Then you will naturally say, like, hey, yeah, if I don't feel ill, I get to do something. I need to make a step. I might need to go to a doctor or do some more sports, move a little bit more in my body to be abundance. And once you have this gratitude, it basically amplifies abundance because it serves kind of as a magnet to attract more because you start to see all good things everywhere. It's really this whole idea of count your blessings. It also feel your blessings, be your blessings. That's really making abundance um, very, very present in your life. So if we say like okay, abundance, it's available for everybody. Let's say that you're still with me. You say like, hey, yeah, abundance can be everywhere then. There might have been already voices within you that say, ah, but it doesn't count for me because I am not healthy. My body is not functioning well, or I feel not comfortable in my body. My situation is not as such. I don't have money in my bank account. Or yes, I do, but my relationships are not great or good enough. So start and make this as a small exercise. Identify actually the blocks or the barriers to this abundant feeling, to this abundance that's actually laying around you everywhere. So if you explore these blocks and you kind of acknowledge them, there's also a way to overcome them, so to break free from these limiting beliefs. So just as an example, a few limiting beliefs can be the fact that you say, okay, yeah, abundance is something for others. They are more pretty, they have more money, they have more possibility, they have a better network, all these kind of things. So if you start blaming external factors for you not having what others do have, negative self talk is anyhow a block to almost everything. So that's something that you really can work on to get rid of. I mean, you can get help for this. You can contact me. I mean, you can go online, Google it. I mean, there's so many information on how to get rid of negative self-talk, fear of failure, simply a scarcity mindset are things that may not feel real, may not feel very present in your life, but subconsciously you might have these thoughts and beliefs that actually obstruct your way to feeling and therefore being more abundant. Not wanting to embrace change or not being able to embrace change is also a block to abundance because very often abundance or a new form of richness again, whether that's intellectually, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, is after change. It's such an important um, yeah step to want to embrace change. We're so used to stay in our little corner, to stay in the safety of comfort and change. Yeah, and again, it's linked to fear of failure or lack of control. Change is too many, a big thing, but it's so exciting because there's so much goodness at the other side of change. So depending on others is also something that you can see as a block to abundance. Relying on others too much for it are all elements that actually hold you back from feeling and being abundant yourself. I just mentioned it actually already. The attachment to the comfort zone is a really big block. Seeking approval from others is a block, and a belief that money is evil. I mean, I've already said abundance is not only money related, It is something that is in everything. In the whole holistic view on abundance is something that you, once you have adopted this, you will start to see that it's actually how rich you actually are. But if you do want to add the money component to it, you can say, okay, so many, specifically women, have been raised with this idea that money is evil or money is danger. So if you can overcome that block, there's a whole world opening up to also financial abundance. A fifth point that is extremely important, manifestation of abundance is something that you can also, yeah, I would almost say ritualize. I mean, we all, or many of you, know these positive affirmations and manifestation rituals, but you can for sure, of course, say like, hey, I am grateful for being physically healthy. I am looking forward to a joyful day with my children, partner, anybody, colleagues, so you can start to express what you have. Again, I said it before, it's like this count your blessings idea, to really choose to see this more consciously. But you can also visualize. You can visualize your ideal day. Say like, oh, at the end of this day, I want to be proud of myself for having done this or this or this. So you can add layers to these abundance feelings all by yourself, by using your words, by creating rituals that amp up kind of this feeling of abundance. And once you feel abundant, you will start being abundant, and also probably very soon have more abundance. So, more rituals that can add to your abundance is financial planning. It's so easy to only talk in the immaterial things, right? But a proper financial planning is, of course, important if you are also aiming for financial abundance. And so where do you start? Creating a financial plan of what you have, what's coming in, what's going out, being clear on budgets, on what you want to spend and where you want to spend it is all part of being, feeling, doing, and having abundance. But at the other side of this, generosity just all in by itself, like sharing freely, like I'm doing here. I mean, it's also a feeling of abundance, being abundance. There's not always a mutual exchange immediately for things. It's just wanting to share, being able to share, sharing that is actually a very big part of abundance. I would really like to invite you to challenge yourself in that area. Where can you share more? A kind word, a compliment, a small postcard, things that are just simple, a present to a teacher. So all these kind of things. I will add a list actually with all kind of ideas that you can download just as rituals for feeling this abundance. So I've repeated that word now many, many times. It's a beautiful word. I think the word all in by itself is rich. So healthy lifestyles, just want to mention this as the last thing, is definitely important. Again, I already said it's healthy food, moving a lot, dancing, using music, the arts, just the things that kind of make you feel alive, truly feeling alive. Having a vision is something that is all in by itself abundant. And then once you start taking steps into the direction of what you would like to bring into your reality, again, whether it's a healthy body, better connections, greater financials, beautiful holidays, or just small and cute weekend breaks with free activities, it is all part of your possibility. So abundance, it may seem like a destination far away, but like many things, it's the journey and living through it that actually is where it's all about. So if you redefine abundance, if you embrace this new mindset and this holistic view about it, if you express the gratitude to yourself, but also to others within your own heart, cultivating it in yourself, if you want to work to overcome these blocks, identify the blocks, acknowledge these, admit to yourself that they are there, and then start kind of changing and overcoming them one by one. And ultimately, if you want to truly use manifesting rituals like journaling and all the things I just mentioned, like the healthy lifestyle, the generosity, intention setting, all these rituals that are possible to make abundance truly something that belongs to you and to what you belong. It's possible for you. So, for me personally, abundance is very closely linked to gratitude. I've always lived like this. I started this mini training or this mini session with you about it. I'm lucky in that sense that I've been raised in this abundant feeling of feeling loved. Um, And I'm very, very grateful for that. And it has been a very strong foundation. And if that has not been the case for you, then know that the tools I've been just sharing with you and the PDF that I will link to this episode will share with you more rituals that you can use to really, yeah, have this feeling of abundance personalized to you, for you, so that you can show up being abundant to others. And oh, and as a last thing, some people have been told to be too much. Yeah, that they are too loud, too joyful, too alive, too noisy, too whatever. And they have their whole life been told to shut up, tone down, calm down. I truly invite you, if you're listening to this, to dive into yourself and come back as this true, rich, abundant person that you are, because the world absolutely needs you very, very, very much. And you have all right to be here in this beautiful, abundant ways of being that are within you. Please show them to the world. So thank you for today showing up to the well, for listening to this. And I just wish you a very, very great day.